The Offboarding Voluntary Separation Employee Experience Pack provides ServiceNow HR Enterprise customers best practice guidance and thought leadership on how to create great experiences during complex employee lifecycle events. With the Voluntary Separation Offboarding Employee Experience Pack, customers will receive a blueprint for the process of a voluntary separation or exit. Voluntary separations, or employee offboarding, is not a one-and-done type of request. Rather, these voluntary exits have many phases and interdependencies on multiple systems, vendors, and support functions within an organization. This is an overview of the process that has been delivered with the Experience Pack as a process blueprint. It is important to note this is delivered as the sample foundation. However, it can be configured to meet the needs of your organization. For example, you might not need the activities related to retention options, so those could be deactivated. In addition to sample processes or lifecycle events, much more pre-built content has been delivered with the Offboarding Voluntary Separation Employee Experience Pack. Again, this content serves as thought leadership and best practices for you to leverage as an accelerator to your implementation of the voluntary separation process. Let's take a look at what is delivered from the Offboarding Voluntary Separation Employee Experience Pack in the platform. Joanna, a people manager at the company, just finished a one-on-one meeting with a direct report, Mara. Mara just informed Joanna she will be relocating to Europe for her partner's job and is giving her 2 weeks' notice. Joanna navigates to the Employee Service Center to start the separation process. The Employee Service Center is the one-stop shop for Joanna. She can search for separations to get started and submit the details to the HR team. Upon navigating to the voluntary separation form, Joanna is presented with a form where she can provide details specific to Mara's separation. She can go ahead and populate these details with the relevant information and provide the details over to the HR representatives for processing this. Upon completing the form, Joanna can click Submit and be redirected to view the case details. In this case, a voluntary separation is a complex lifecycle event with multiple phases and stakeholders. Joanna appreciates the visibility from the timeline view, as it empowers her to be informed as a leader, especially when she may not have been through this process before. Joanna can see what work has been assigned to her, as well as understand what else is going on, seeing that Mara has an additional to-do that she'll have to take care of. In this case here, Joanna can go ahead and complete the to-dos that have been assigned to her. The to-dos can be completed quickly, so Joanna can return to her day-to-day responsibilities. She understands that HR will be in contact and she will be notified if anything additional is needed. She reaches out to Mara, her direct report, to let her know to be on the lookout from communication from HR. Mara just received a notification. She has some new to-dos on the Employee Service Center. She can see the alert from her homepage, so she clicks in to take action. Mara is used to self-service and process automation. She sees a resignation letter has been generated based off of her information, and she appreciates the time savings that she didn't have to create this herself. She can go ahead and draw her signature through using native e-signature capabilities and go ahead and complete this to-do. As Mara is being guided through this exit process, she's also being surfaced proactive information, such as FAQs or a knowledge base article about what to expect regarding her separation from the organization. Mara can review this document to keep informed throughout the process and ensure that she understands what to expect as this moves forward. In the background, HR is working to support the voluntary separation. A case has been created and assigned via advanced work assignment to the appropriate support team member. Our HR agent, Tim, sees this case from his Agent Workspace homepage, and he can click in to get to work. Tim understands what has transpired with the case thus far, as well as understanding what will be ahead as he navigates through the playbook. He can see what activities have been completed. In this case here, he has a task that has been assigned to him for a counteroffer. He can easily navigate in to complete this task or activity. In this case here, we do not need a counteroffer as Mara will be relocating internationally. So we'll go ahead and close this out. The lifecycle event will progress based off of defined triggers. In this case, now that we've completed all of the activities in the Initiate Separation activity set, we're able to move down to the Coordinate Separation activities. He can see that Joanna, Mara's manager, has been provided a template that she can use as she navigates through communicating this exit to her team. He can also see there's some other items as well, such as initiating the requisition process and discussing the transition plan with the employee. Through clicking into each of these, he can see who the assigned to is to understand who has responsibility here. Additionally, as Tim wants to understand what else to expect, he can expand the additional activity sets, seeing that senior leaders as well as HR have various action items, such as checklists that need to be completed. We can even task cross-departmentally here. As you'll see, we have facilities and IT checklist items as well. Tim appreciates that he has one place to keep track of his work and understand all of the moving pieces within this complex cross-departmental employee process. As the exit process continues, the same framework of assigning activities or to-dos to process stakeholders will continue. If desired post-employment, an alumni experience can also be surfaced for the exiting employee to ensure they have a self-service hub or alumni portal to keep informed and engaged as they transition to this new phase of their employee life cycle. For purposes of the demo, we have seen a brief glimpse into the experience created with the Voluntary Separation Employee Experience Pack, as well as the alumni portal. Let's take a look at the full process from the admin perspective. As an HR admin, I can go in to manage the lifecycle event. Within the lifecycle event for voluntary separations, we have multiple activities within the activity sets. In our first activity set, we even have an activity bundle that holds 3 different items. Audiences can be added to these to refine where the activity might trigger based on various criteria, such as exit reason or location. We have also pulled in content automation items into our lifecycle event with a banner for the exiting employee to be surfaced via the Employee Service Center. You will also see, again, some cross-departmental activities, such as an IT separation checklist or a facility separation checklist. Again, this serves as a blueprint or foundation for what a voluntary separation process might look like. But you can add, change, or remove activities and activity sets quite simply with configuration based on your specific process and organization's needs. This was a brief preview of what is delivered with the Offboarding Voluntary Separation Employee Experience Pack. If you are interested in learning more, please check out and download the solution via the ServiceNow store.